Hey friends, what's going on? It's your boy Christian Pinckard back again with another video. So basically when investing during a pandemic, what you're really going to be wanting to go for is something that's going to be able to grow and maintain value. Now during a pandemic there's often very volatile markets, so usually people will look for something like either a online savings account, maybe something like an ETF, an exchange traded fund, that tracks either like the price of a commodity like maybe gold or silver, because historically the price of gold and silver has kind of gone up whenever the markets go down. Now sadly during the pandemic it's really hard to find a savings account that has a high yield. About the highest I've been able to see personally is going to be between maybe 1% to maybe 1.5%. Personally, I go with Ally. Ally Savings right now has a 1% APY. At the time when I first made my account, it was about 1.3%. So you can see that kind of fluctuates with the markets, but right now it's at 1%. My thoughts are that basically once Corona goes away, it'll probably back up to around a 2 to 3% savings rate, which is basically what it was at before the virus hit. Last thing you want is your money to just be dead weight. No matter how much money you have, it's not really making you any money. So you're going to want to move that to either an online savings account or a checking account that actually offers APY, cash back, something like that. Or you're going to want to go into stocks. So my next little segment here is going to be talking about some pandemic proof stocks and something that's going to really get you a good dividend so we can make a little bit more money and ride out this pandemic until the end. So another stock I really want to talk about here is Realty. So Realty has a very consistent dividend yield at about 4.88%. It's actually incredible how low their stock price has been in the past month. They went all the way down to I believe around like $40 when the coronavirus first hit back in March. So right now they're sitting at I believe almost $60. So I mean the quick turnaround time right there is pretty significant. But Realty provides a monthly dividend. So I actually purchased a good bit of Realty in this past month. I want to talk about that. So on the 18th through the 23rd, I spent about $699.22 on Realty, at an average price of between $56 to $57. And that's going to provide me about $29.73 a year in dividends. After that, I want to talk a little bit about AMD. Now, AMD is a hardware, software, IT business company that's been around forever. Recently, you've probably seen in the news, if you're following the stock market, you probably have seen that AT&T, or not AT&T, AT&T. If you've been following the news with AMD, you'll probably see that AMD and Intel have been battling out pretty much forever, as far as I can actually remember back in history. But AMD doesn't provide any type of dividend, so AMD is going to be more of a growth-centered stock instead of actually a dividend one. Usually you see with dividend stocks, the companies will take in all of their profits and then disperse them out to shareholders in the form of dividends. With AMD, you're just going to be getting that money reinvested back into the stock, so you'll see the price of the stock continue to go up instead of the dividends come back to you. So I actually invested about $384.67 of AMD. So we're going to take a look at another one of my favorite stocks here. This is AT&T now. So besides internet service with them, I've never had like a cell phone plan or cable TV with them, so I don't really know the quality that way. But as far as internet service went, it was pretty decent, unless there was like bad weather, then it wasn't really that great. But when it comes to AT&T, it tends to stay at a pretty relatively steady price. Their stock usually centers around like $29 to $31. But with a 7% yield that also grows every year, you're going to be getting a pretty reliable amount of income every single year just in dividends. So I actually invested about $757.82 into AT&T in the past month, and that equals roughly $53.27 a year in dividend income. Now that is all truly passive income, which is really the whole goal of investing during a pandemic. You want to make sure that your money isn't just kind of sitting there and not really doing anything for you. That's really the worst thing that you could possibly do to your money, just kind of have it sitting there in your checking account. Like I said, Ally offers a checking account that has 0.10% APY, which is still better than zero. You're still going to be making some sort of income on your money. So if you don't want to go with something like a savings account or a stock market account, I would definitely at least put your money into a savings account or a checking account that has an APY feature, so you're actually going to be getting some money back on your own money. But anyways guys, that just about does it for this video. Hope you guys all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one.